Claysmore Senior School began life in 1896 and moved to Ewanminster in 1933. It's a school with a very special spirit, a school with a sense of magic about it almost, and that's born of our beautiful location, our historical setting, the quality of the pupils, the skills and enthusiasms of the staff, the breadth of opportunity in our sport and our activities, our constant striving for high standards in all things, but above all on our absolute focus on the success and happiness of each individual girl and boy.
A happy house is the only sort of house you can have, really, so that the girls feel cared for, supported, and that they can fulfil their potential. And the only way you can do that, really, is if they're happy.
We have a peer mentor scheme which is run by the sixth form themselves, in which every girl and boy is given a sixth form buddy or friend, and there is value in it not only for the young ones but for the older ones who develop a feeling of responsibility and care for other people, and that's what Claysmore is all about.
Claysmore is a school where people matter most. It's a school where each boy and girl is known and noticed. Our small size enables me as the headmaster to know and notice every girl and boy, and my aim is to be able to call each one of them by name whenever I encounter them around the school. I feel it's incredibly important for our pupils to feel that their contribution to school life is valued.
We can't simply assume that students are going to be equipped for the future by teaching them a range of academic subjects. What we need to ensure is that our students have the skills, the attitudes and the dispositions that will enable them to be effective citizens in the future. That means we need our students to be able to think, cooperate, collaborate, make decisions. And it does mean that we as teachers need to think very carefully about how we talk to the students and how we teach them.
An essential feature of Claysmore is to be an all-ability senior school. We are not a hothouse driven by league tables, but we do believe in excellence, and we encourage our girls and boys each to be as excellent as they can be.
All the teaching staff here are very experienced at dealing with a huge range of abilities, and one of our great strengths, of course, is to be able to deal with those students who struggle, but also those students who we expect to go on and get A stars at GCSE and A levels, and then go on to Oxford and Cambridge and Russell Group universities.
The satisfaction for me is it's a wow factor. I am always amazed when we have speech day and I look at a pupil that may have come here and perhaps struggled to read, and that child is going out into the world and they know themselves and they're proud of what they've achieved.
I'd like to think they would look back on friendship with each other, friendship with staff and the other adults around the school. I'd like all our pupils to get to the end of their Claysmore career feeling they've had a fulfilling and an overwhelmingly happy time at school.
Seaford College is an historic school with a very modern approach to teaching and learning. The aim is always to ensure that every pupil studying in this inspirational environment reaches their full potential, whatever their abilities.
I'm Toby Mullins, I'm the head teacher at Seaford College. It's a non-selective school and therefore we have a very broad range of children.
That one or this one, I think, my favourite.
They need an encouraging, they need a kinesthetic environment, one where they're learning by doing, and one where they're going to enjoy learning, which sometimes they haven't done up until they come here.
And the importance of learning by doing is clear in the science department. Here, role play demonstrates how particles collide.
My name's David Colson, I'm Head of Chemistry at Seaford College. The joy at Seaford is trying many different approaches and really looking at extending students where that's possible or recapping where that's possible. The key thing is, are they understanding the key concepts?
Demonstrations and experiments make sure they do.
Whoa. Okay.
It's all about tailoring the teaching so all students get the most from it.
Science is about experiments, and my whole time at Seaford has been about experimenting in teaching, and it's been tremendous fun.
The school's Learning Support Department offers one-to-one sessions to make sure pupils who need extra help don't get left behind. And staff here advise subject teachers on how students learn best. Pupils are also grouped according to their learning styles, so everyone gets the most from lessons. Students of all abilities say they benefit from this individualised approach.
The teacher can focus more on one student rather than having to focus on the whole class the whole time.
We do lots of practicals and demonstrations in our lessons, so I find it helps me learn.
It's not just straight out of the textbook, it's kind of the teachers teaching in their own way how they really want to do it themselves.
Teaching here, the learning support specifically, got my grades up, and since then I've been doing a lot better.
Staff are encouraged to be creative in their lesson planning, and mentors offer advice.
Fantastic, especially with the wood turning. That was really going to help them.
I'm Will Etherington, and I'm one of the design tech teachers here at Seaford College.
Will has only been here for a couple of years, but says the Seaford way has already made him a better teacher.
One of the things that's really inspired me to do is try and explore the different methods, and to really try and build up the teacher-pupil relationship and get involved with the students and show them how they can improve their work.
The Seaford College approach to teaching aims to encourage self-discipline and a sense of responsibility and purpose, so that when pupils leave here, they are confident, articulate, well-rounded individuals.
It's a community, first and foremost. It's a community of people who are all working towards the same goals. I think it's a very, very happy place. It's a supportive place, and it's one where everybody is encouraged to believe they can achieve within that supportive environment.
Academic achievement is important here. But there's also a recognition that success is different for each child and should be celebrated in its own right.